Hi, my name is Ryan Andrews. I'm one of the training managers at Lifetime Fitness in St. Louis Park. This is the warm-up we wanted to provide for everybody that's going through our metabolic afterburn or MetBurn small group training. So first off, welcome to the class. We're excited to have you. We're actually really excited to have this small group training as part of our services. So thanks for joining, and I hope you'll have fun. This is the warm-up that we want everyone to do before class begins. It is a prerequisite. It helps us loosen things up, get blood flow up, and ready for class, maybe work up to a little sweat prior to class happening. If you show up to class and have not gone through the warm-up, the instructor is most likely going to make you go through the warm-up even while class is going on. So that's how important we see this to your success of staying injury-free and being able to master all the movements that we want you to go through so we can continue to progress your health and fitness. So this workout or warm-up takes about 3 to 5 minutes to complete, maybe a little bit longer. You can pick and choose. However, we do really want you going through most of the movements because they're going to mimic a lot of the movements that you'll be mastering with weight and speed during your workouts. So here we go. The hip flexor stretch. It's going to be about 30 seconds on each side. Your hip flexors are right here in the front of the hip, kind of work into your lower back and up through your abdomen. Extremely important to loosen up because, as you may know, most of us sit around a lot in our jobs. So for us to come into a workout, these things need to be loosened up so that we can get the proper glute activation and hip movement, okay? So hip flexor stretch, about 30 seconds on each side is what we're looking for. You're gonna get down on one knee, you're gonna push the hips forward until you feel a slight stretch to the front of the leg, okay? You'll hold that for about 30 seconds. If you're looking to make that a little bit more of a deep stretch, then you'll raise that same arm. So in my case, I'm on my left leg, I'm gonna raise my left arm up, get a little bit more stretch through that front of the hip. Okay, so you'll hold that for 30 seconds and you'll switch sides. So I'll switch to my right side. I'm going to show you from the side so you can get a feel of how it looks globally. So you're going to push through, try to squeeze the glute, get a push through into that hip. That's really going to help open this up. Keep the chest up, look forward so we're not all hunched over. Okay, open this up. If you do need to go a little bit deeper, that's when you raise the arm to get more of a stretch there. Again, you'll hold that for 30 seconds. Don't overlook this. This is a very important exercise. Now we're going to move on to thoracic spine. So again, if we're at computers a lot or anything like that, our thoracic spine, which is basically right through here, starts to become less and less mobile. Okay, chest gets tight, shoulders become weak. That's a recipe for disaster or injury there. So we do need to start mobilizing the thoracic spine. So you go from that hip flexor stretch down into both hands. You're going to take this inside hand with the leg forward, okay? You're going to reach through and then pull through and reach toward the ceiling. Just like this. Okay? Slow and deliberate. Make sure you're breathing. We don't want to hold our breath. You're going to do 10 on each side. So then you just switch sides. You're back into that hip flexor stretch. You just bend over. Okay? Now I'm going to reach through with my left and up with my left. Just like that, about 10 times. Next up, we're going to be doing a hip raise, like a glute bridge or a single leg glute bridge. If you're new to glute bridges, we want to start by using both of our legs. So you're going to be on your back, you want to rest your head, rest your arms. I usually put my palms into the floor. You're going to push through your heels, firing up your butt, your glute muscles. Okay, so we're not arching through our spine. Your stomach should be tight and braced. Okay, so you're going to do straight up and down, full hip extension. All right, you'll do about 10 repetitions. If you're not feeling it there, you've mastered that exercise, you need to do a lot more reps. We can change that into single leg. So you extend one leg, everything else is the same. You're going to push up through the hips. You'll do 10 on each side and switch to the other side. All right. Next up is going to be our Spider-Man climb with a reach. So let's kind of take those first two exercises that we did, kind of put it on steroids. Now we're going to start moving a little bit more. It's harder to do. So you're going to be in a push-up position. You're going to bring one leg up, okay? So my back knee is off the floor, and then I'm going to reach up with that same arm, switch, reach. Just like so. You'll do 5, maybe 10 on each side. That can be totally up to you based off of how you feel that day. If you need to warm up more, do more repetitions. Show you that from the side real quick. So you're in the push-up position, you bring the leg up, you're going to reach up with that same arm 5 to 10 times. You can also alternate. I tend to alternate. All right, next up, start to loosen up the back side of our body. We're going to do the squat to stand, okay? So you're going to grab your toes. You want your shoulders to be a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, just like this, okay? Then you're going to sit, keeping your chest up, and I'll show you a side version here in a second. Chest up, looking forward, get those hips low. Then you're going to stand back up, stretching the hamstrings. Sink back down. So we're going to do 10 of these. Make sure that you're breathing. From the side, just so you can see how the back alignment is. Grab the toes, sit down. See how I'm looking forward, so we don't want to be like this. Okay? Stand up, stretch those hamstrings. All the way back down, look forward, stretch the backside. 10 of those. All right, perfect. Next up is going to be a side lunge with a reach / touch. All right? So you're going to step to the side. Okay? It's important we have the knee traveling over the middle toe really. Okay? And I'll show you a side version of this too. As you step to the side, you're going to reach and touch the floor. Then you'll switch sides, touch the floor, touch the floor. Okay? You do 5 of those on each side. After that, we're going to go into the Cossack lunge. That's going to take that side lunge that we just did and add a little bit of intensity to it. It's going to get a big stretch into the hamstring of the trail leg. So take special note of the trail leg. So if I step into my lunge here, this is my trail leg. All right? So as I step into this lunge, and you actually basically just kind of stay in a split or a spread position, you're going to go into that lunge. So you're transitioning your weight on the one leg, and you peel up onto your heels, toes up, sit into that lunge. You feel a big stretch through here. Stand back up. Switch sides. And I'm not the best example of this. There are some other trainers here that can sit a lot lower. They have even better range of motion than I do. Okay? So as you can see, my breath is starting to pick up. Okay? My blood flows up, starting to sweat a little bit, but not enough. So we've done most of our mobility stuff. Some people have to get a little bit more specific. If you've got extra tightness in your IT bands or anything like that, maybe throw some foam rolling in. But I do want to get our cardio up a little bit more. So that's where jogging or getting on the rower or a bike, the ski erg, anything that you like to do, okay, can be thrown in for 2 to 3 minutes. Okay? I also like to work laterally a little bit, and that's where I add a shuffle. So we do have hurdles upstairs on the turf that you can grab. Now I'm going to do a miniature version of this. You can set them about 15 feet apart or so. You're going to start here, okay? You're going to get into a ready stance, and you're going to shuffle side to side, touch, side. So you're shuffling. The key here is to not cross your feet, okay? Reason why I think this is important is because we get in a pattern of just moving forward and backwards all day, okay? When we get into class, we're going to be moving all over the place. 3-dimensional, okay? So let's make sure that we're ready to go in all directions. Please let us know if you have any questions on any of this stuff. Look for additions and modifications as time goes by. I'll be sure to be sending that stuff out to everybody. But thanks again and welcome to MetBurn. We enjoy having you, and we really look forward to helping you achieve the results that you're looking for. Thank you.